Hello, ladies. Today's lesson is about persuasive writing. Now, before going over what a persuasive essay is, it would be a good idea if we contemplate possible answers for the following questions. If you ever wanted to convince someone of a certain point of view or suggestion, what would you do? Well, if I'm with and I want to convince someone that something is good and should be supported or should be done, should be embraced, or should be legalized, I would mention the benefits. If I'm against and I believe that it's not good and that it should be forbidden or banned, I would mention the drawbacks. But of course, those should be supported. What should I do to support my ideas? I should use statistics. I should mention facts. I should include research findings. I might even quote experts, or I might include real-life examples. Let's apply this to the following claim. Let's say I wanted to convince you that obesity is a grave problem. What should I do? If I want to convince you that obesity is a grave problem and that it should be fought, I should mention the drawbacks or the problems that are resulting from obesity. So I should mention the problems that are likely to result from being an obese person. I could even classify those drawbacks or downsides into categories like social, physical, and mental ones. The social would be having poor social skills or being the victims of bullying. The physical would include suffering from a plethora of maladies or ultimately facing death. The mental or the psychological problems would be suffering from depression and being prone to commit suicide. Now, closely inspect the title of the model essay to predict what the text will be about and its purpose. If I were to read the following title of an essay, Sport, an Inevitable Must for a Healthy Life, I can immediately deduce that this is going to be an essay that tries to convince me that sport and sports activities are highly essential. So I would be able to know that this is a persuasive essay. Read the model essay and answer the following questions. First, you have to fill in the triangle of techniques with the hook, the lead-in sentence, and the thesis statement. A good idea would be to pause the video in order to be able to identify the parts of the introductory paragraph and to pause the video in order to be able to answer the following questions as well. Then we have identify the hook, the lead-in sentence, and the thesis statement in the model essay's introduction. 3. Identify the topic sentence in body paragraphs 1, 2, and 3. 4. What is the function of the conclusion? 5. What reasons has the writer used in the body to convince his readers? Give evidence. Let's begin. First of all, we have the title. And we've already used the title to predict what the selection is going to be about and to predict the function of the text, for it is clearly trying to persuade us of something. Here, the author begins with a quotation hook. This is followed by a lead-in sentence. I then have the thesis statement. And in the thesis statement, I have 3 controlling ideas. I have the physical benefits of sports, I have the social benefits of sports, and I have the mental benefits of sports. So I know that my first body paragraph is going to be about the physical benefits of sports. My second body paragraph is going to be about the social benefits of sports. And my third body paragraph will be about the mental benefits of sports. Now let's move on. So we have to fill in the graphic organizer, which is something that we've already done. We have actually identified the different parts of the introductory paragraph. We've identified the hook, which is a quotation hook and its explanation. We have the lead-in sentence and we have the thesis statement. Now the first body paragraph. In the first body paragraph, notice that the author begins with a topic sentence. In the topic sentence, the physical domain refers back to the controlling idea 1, which is the physical benefits of sports. The first detail is increasing one's endurance and physical fitness. The second detail is improving blood circulation. Then, if you notice, please pause the video in order to be able to read the paragraph. The following two sentences support detail 1. And the other two sentences support detail 2. Let's move on. In the second body paragraph, the second controlling idea is being developed, and the second controlling idea is the social benefits of sports. Here, my first detail is improving one's performance at work. My second detail is providing a luxurious life. The topic sentence, with its controlling idea and details, is followed by two sentences that support detail 1 and two sentences that support detail 2. The third body paragraph. Another reason why people should be encouraged to practice sports daily is the fact that it entails a plethora of mental benefits, such as improving one's mood and enhancing one's concentration. Again, this is my topic sentence. It has my controlling idea, which is the mental benefits of sports. It has detail 1, which is improving one's mood, and detail 2, which is enhancing one's concentration. Then, this topic sentence is followed by two supporting sentences for detail 1, which is improving one's mood, and two supporting sentences for detail 2, which is enhancing one's concentration. So underline the topic sentence. Those are the answers, and we have already checked the topic sentences and the model essay. Now, in conclusion, sports embody countless advantages that have the potential to alter one's life permanently. As such, communities should encourage sports activities, and schools should include them as a part of the curriculum due to their unvalued benefits mentally, physically, and socially. After all, isn't it true to say, a sound mind resides in a sound body? Here you have the conclusion, and it restates the thesis statement using different words, which reinforces one's position and stand. It also gives a piece of advice. So what is the function of the conclusion? The conclusion sums up and wraps up the whole text. Then it provides an advice enticing readers to indulge themselves in sports. What reasons has the writer used in the body to convince his readers? Give evidence. So he refers to the physical, social, and mental benefits of sports. Now, if you were told that this model is a persuasive essay, what is your definition of a persuasive essay? Its structure and the pieces of evidence used based on the model you've read. Of course, a persuasive essay is one in which you try to convince someone to take your position on a particular issue, or may be designed to convince the reader to take a certain action. Like other types of essays, a persuasive essay should have a catchy title, an introduction, a body part with at least two body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So here you have you have three parts. You have the introduction, you have the body, which has two or more body paragraphs, and you have the conclusion, which is also made up of one paragraph. So the introduction has one paragraph, and it has the hook, the lead and sentence, and the thesis statement. The body part has at least two body paragraphs, and each paragraph starts with a topic sentence, which includes the controlling idea and two details, and it's followed by two supporting sentences for each detail. So a body paragraph would be actually made up of at least 5 sentences. Finally, you have the conclusion, which is made up of one paragraph, and in the conclusion, you should have at least 2 to 3 functions. The first permanent function is restating the thesis statement. Then you can choose any other function, like giving a piece of advice, mentioning a final opinion or stating a final opinion, giving future expectations, suggesting solutions, and others. What makes our position more convincing? In order to be more convincing, we have to use facts, statistics, quotes, examples, and research findings. Of course, you have to bear in mind the ethos, pathos, and logos. Your assignment is to develop a persuasive essay using the ideas you've brainstormed to support the claim that obesity is a grave problem that should be tackled and fought. Thank you.